Okay, today is part 2. What I'm going to show you is how to make the leaf real quick. So what we are going to start out with is get your green yarn, make a slip knot, and then we are going to chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then once you have your 11, you're going to single crochet in the third stitch from the hook. So there's 1, 2, 3. Next, we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. If you do not know how to do any of these, I do have a video on how to do them, so that way you can learn. Next, we are going to work 2 double crochets in the next stitch. One, and there's 2. In the next stitch, we're going to work 1 triple crochet. So yarn over your hook 3 times, so you have 3 on your hook. Go in your next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. In the next stitch, we're going to do 2 triple crochets. There's 1. And there's 2. In the next stitch, we are going to do 1 triple crochet. In the next stitch, we are going to do 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, a half double crochet. And in the last stitch, a single crochet. Next, we want to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we want to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So here's 1 and there's 2. And then we want to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 chains. There's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to apologize now for any background noise. Next, we want to slip stitch in the stitch that we did our single crochet in. Now, working along this other side, we want to do 1 half double crochet. So we're skipping this stitch here. No, we're not. We're working on that one. So we're going to do, in this stitch right here, we're going to work a half double crochet. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, a triple crochet. In the next stitch, we are going to work 2 triple crochets. There's one. There's two. In the next stitch, 1 triple crochet. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets. There's 1, 2. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, a half double crochet. I'm working my tail in as I go. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I find it easier that way. In the next stitch, we want to do a single crochet, and then here at our point of our leaf, we want to slip stitch, so it gives it that point. Chain 1, cut, pull through, and you can use your hook or you can use a tapestry needle, whichever you prefer. I'm going to use my hook because I seem that it's fast and easy. So I'm going to do that real quick. And I always make sure that my work, like my end, is on the back of the leaf and not the front. But that's just me. And then you're going to cut off your extra that you have, and there you have your leaf. Next, I will be showing you guys how to do the floral tape onto the stem and then getting the petals on. So I will see you guys there. Now you want to get your wood dowel. You can use the small ones, you can use the large thicker ones. It's totally up to you, whatever your preference is. Sorry. You want to get your floral tape. Start at the top. This is my own personal way of doing the rose, but you want to wrap it around the dowel. And you're going to want to hold it there until you have it on there nice and secure to where it's not going to come off. But as you're doing that, you want to pull on your tape just a little bit, so that way it, I don't know how it's worded, but it stretches it and makes it stickier, I guess, and helps it stay better onto the dowel. So we're just going to pull that, and we're going to slowly work our way down. Don't pull on it too tight because it will tear. Just go all the way down to the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, you want to straighten out your floral tape so it works up even at the bottom and it's not crazy. Then you can just tear your floral tape, finish wrapping that around. And there you have your dowel. Next, you want to get one of your small petals. If you are doing the large petal or the full bloom, you want to have your small petals with the tails like these ones over here. If you're doing the small petal, then you'll have them, or the bud. If you're going to do the bud, you're going to have the triple crochets here at the bottom. If you're going to have the medium, you're going to have the 3 with the strings, and so on and so forth. But I am going to show you guys how to do a full. I should have made these with the tail, but I didn't. But we're just going to go with it. So you want to start off with your petal. You're going to need your hot glue gun. So if it's not already plugged in, plug it in. And let that get heated up so it's ready to go. Let's see. I'm gonna let my hot glue gun get heated up real quick and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So with the petals, you can leave them the way they are, or you can get a lighter and you can, I don't know if you can see it, but those little fuzzies, you can just get your ladder going. I don't know if you can see it scorching off those little fuzzies. You don't want to get too close to it. This works good with a candle too. So you can just scorch off all those little fuzzies that are on. You can do it on the outside, on the inside, and it just preserves it better. So that way it doesn't come undone. You don't necessarily have to do it if you don't want to, but to me it makes the work look a lot better. And don't get it too close or you will burn your project. We don't want that. So just like that. And it will feel hard, but that's because you just singed off all of that extra stuff. So if you want to do that, you can do that to your petals. If not, then you will be ready to go on to the next step. But real quick, I am going to I'm going to singe off all of these little fuzzies. If you have your tails still there, you can cut those off because you don't need them. And I will meet you guys back at the end. Okay, now that I have all of those done, next grab your dowel, get your glue gun, add some hot glue to it. And then grab one of your small petals and you want to place it just like that. And when you fold it, it should look like that. Because what we are going to do is fold that in. So that way the top looks like this. So now what we want to do is pull this back just slightly and add some hot glue in here. Just like so. And then close it. And just let that dry for a sec. And it should look like that. Next, we are going to work on this side. So you want to get your next small petal, place it over this opening here, and you want to line the tops up. Make sure that they are even. You don't want it too high up, too far down, but then it will look like that. And you want to leave it out just enough just like that. So then you want to hold this side so it doesn't come undone. Pull this side back just a little. Get your glue. Add hot glue. Push it back over. Hold it for a second. Let that dry. Then we want to come to our other side. Pull that part back. Get your hot glue. Just like so. Pull that back. Hold it there for a minute. So that way it looks like that. Last, you're going to get your last small petal. Now we're going to work on this side. So we are going to add the petal just like so. So it will look like that. Make sure that it is even all the way across. Just like so. Pull this part back slightly. Add some hot glue. Put it back, hold it there for a second, let it dry. Then we're going to flip it to this side. And you want to make sure that both of these sides are even. Pull that side back just a little bit. Add some hot glue. Pull it back over. And that right there would be your bud. And then next I will show you guys how to do add the medium petal to this. Okay, so our next step to do is we're going to grab our thread, just unravel some of it. And then what I do is I tie a knot around this piece here. Oh, don't pull too tight, it'll do that. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. So just wrap your yarn around it, twist your thread around it a couple times. All this is going to do is hold those pieces together. And again, if you're just doing the bud, you'll have the triple crochets. If you're making the medium, you'll have the strings only. So then I'm just going to break that off. So it looks like that. Next, you want to get your medium petal. If you're doing the medium petal, you want to have the small with the strings, and then you want to have the mediums with the triple crochets, like that one. So now what we want to do is we want to come here. It doesn't matter which side because they're both the same. But we want... Okay, so we're going to start here. And what we want to do is bring that up just like so. Kind of wrap that around. And when we're done, we'll shape it all. But for right now, that's how you will want it to look. You want to pull that back just a little bit. Add some hot glue. Fold that back over. Hold it for a second. Then coming over to your other side. Add some hot glue. Close it. And that is what it should look like so far. Next, I want to grab our next petal. And then here's one of the medium petals, and then here's part of the small petal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right there. Make sure that it's even with the rest. Shape it to how I want it. Gonna pull this piece back just a little bit. Add some hot glue. And then if you get these little strings of the hot glue, just pull them out and get them out of your way. So that way it doesn't stay on your project and then make the project look bad. Then we're going to flip it and come to this one. Pull it back just a bit. Pull it back just a bit. Add some hot glue. And then last but not least, get your last medium petal. And then right here is where your 2 medium petals are. We want to now put this one here. Again, align it. Make sure that it's all even with the others. I'm going to pull the piece back. And then go to the other side. Pull it back. So this is what it should look like. And at the end, we will fold it and transform it to how we would like it. If you're wanting this to be your rose, then this would be your stopping point. But next I'm going to show you guys how to do the large petal onto the rose. Okay, now with the large petals, it is a little different. So we want to find a spot like this, add our large petal, make sure it lines up with everything, is even, just like that. But we're not going to hot glue both sides. We're just going to do one side. You can pick whatever side you want. It should all turn out the same in the end. But I'm going to pick this side. I'm going to hot glue it. And then the side that we didn't hot glue, we are going to grab another large petal, place it inside that, and then we are going to pull this back, add some hot glue, and then we are going to rotate. So here's our first large petal, here's our second. So now we are going to insert our last large petal inside of that one. Line it up with the others. Just like so. And then I'm going to open this corner up. This is just my own personal way of how to do the roses. If you have your own way, you can do your own way. It doesn't necessarily have to be this way. Okay, and then for our last one, so it's right here. We want to pull it out. Add some glue. I'm probably going a little overboard on the hot glue, but I'd rather it stay for a good while instead of doing a little bit and then it come apart. Okay, and this would be your large rose, your full bloom. That is your full bloom. So once you have that, what you want to do is get your floral tape. Stretch it a little bit. Okay, so stretch it just a little bit so that way it's not a dark green, it kind of turns to a lighter green color. But what you want to do is you want to come up here by the base of the petals, wrap it around a couple times, hide those tails in there. And just work your way down again. Hide in those tails. And you don't necessarily have to go all the way down. You could always stop and cut if you wanted to. But I am going to go all the way down because it just gives it extra. Okay, once you get down close to the bottom, you want to start straightening it out. Just like so. And then tear it. And that is your large rose. And you will do the same thing with the floral tape if you do a bud or a half bloom. But next I am going to show you guys how to make the, what's it called? The subtle or subtle, whatever everybody calls it. I'm going to show you guys how to do that next. Okay, now for the supple, subtle, I've heard it called every name in the book, we are going to make a slip knot. And I am using a bigger hook only because this is a thicker yarn than what we use to make the rose. So I'm using a 5mm hook with the Super Saver yarn, Red Heart, and Patty Green. But what we are going to do, I don't knock everything over. Okay, so to begin, we're going to chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have your 8, we want to come around here and slip stitch. Next, we want to chain 1. In that same stitch, we want to work a single crochet. In the next stitch, we want to do 2 single crochets. Pull out some more yarn here. Okay. And we want to repeat that all the way back to the beginning here. If it's easier for you add a stitch marker to your first one that you made, just so that way you don't lose your spot when you are doing this, going around in circles, because you can get lost. It's happened to me. One in the next stitch, two in the next stitch. One in the next, and then two in the next. One in the next, and then two in the last one. And you should be back up to your slip stitch chain one. Next, we want to go into the first single crochet we did, not the chain one, but the first single crochet, and work a single crochet. Okay, so I went ahead and I added a stitch marker in my first single crochet to mark the new round. Next, what we want to do is work one single crochet in each stitch around back to the beginning. So there's one, 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 one. Okay, now we're back at the beginning. As you can see, it's starting to form a bowl. For the next round, we want to work a single crochet in each stitch around. So there's our first one of the new round. Add your stitch marker, and then one single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, now we're back at the beginning. Next, what we are going to do is chain 8. So we're not going to need our stitch marker anymore. So now we're going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have your 8, we're going to slip stitch in the second stitch from the hook. So there's 1 and 2. And slip stitch. Next, we are going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the next. Next, we want to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. And then we want to do 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we want to work a single crochet in the same stitch as the last double crochet. And then we want to come back down here to our work, and we want to work 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So we're not going to work in the same one where we ended the row, but we're going to go in the next one, single crochet, and single crochet. And there is the first part. Now we're going to chain 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, don't know if anybody else has ever gotten yarn that did that, but okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, you're going to slip stitch in the second chain from your hook, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next. Then we want to do a half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we want to work 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the same stitch as your last double crochet. Turn your work. Not working in the same stitch that we started, go into that next one. Single crochet, single crochet. Let me get some more yarn. Okay. Now we have 2. Chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in the second chain from your hook. 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. There's 1. There's 2. Half double crochet in the next stitch. 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in that same stitch as your last double crochet. Again, not working there, we're going in that next stitch, single crochet, and then single crochet in the next stitch. And now we have 3. Again, chain 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in the second, 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, half double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in the same stitch as your last double crochet. Skipping this one, working into the next one, single crochet, and single crochet into the next. And now we have 4. Again, chain 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in the next stitch, or the second chain from the hook, sorry. 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then a half double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Next, work a single crochet in that same stitch as the last double crochet. Not working in that one, go in your next one, single crochet, single crochet. Now you have 5. I'm going to let you guys do the last one, and I will see you guys back at the end. Okay, so I finished my last one, and I did my single crochet and single crochet. Now what I want to do is I want to go into this right here, and I want to slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain one, cut my yarn, pull through, pull tight, not too tight or it will break. So then next we want to weave in this tail up here. So I'm going to just weave that in real quick. You can weave it in any way you prefer. It does not have to be the way I do it. If you have a certain way you like to do it, that's fine. It all works up the same. Once you feel like you've got it in there good enough, you can cut off any extra yarn that you have. Always make sure that it is going to be on the inside when you're done with it. And then you can cut that yarn. Now this one, what I do is I come in through the bottom here and I pull it through the bottom, just like that. What we want to do next, now if you want to, you can get your lighter, your candle, and you can singe off all that stuff as well to do like we did with the rose. Or you can leave it the way it is. It's totally up to you. So what we want to do now is get our rose, put it right there through there, bring it up, and what I like to do is I like to get it to where these will line up on these spots that are open. So that way it covers it up just a little bit. And if you find out that this down here is too bulky, you can make it smaller. If it's too small, you can make it bigger. It's whatever will work for your rose. So what we want to do next, now that we have it here, okay, so what we want to do next, get it lined up how you want it. See, I'm good with that. So those are the ones I'm going to start with hot gluing. So I'm going to add some hot glue right along here. You do not have to go all the way to the top, just enough to where you can just enough to where you can still have a little curve if you want to. If you want it all the way up, you can, but I have found that it looks better giving it just a little twirl at the end there. So just hold that for a second, let it dry, and then go to your next spot where you have your, add some glue. Bring it up. And then go to your next one. Do the same thing. And then once those are done, we can, oh my goodness, I There's mosquitoes in here. Gonna have to get those handled. Okay, but now that you've got those done to how you like them, then we can go on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with these ones in between, just because I don't want them so close together up like that, I'm gonna kind of like let them slope down just a little bit, not crazy much, only because I don't want it being that close. So I'm going to do it just like that. So like I've got the little one here and it comes down just a slight bit more. But I think that gives the rose character. And then once that is dry, move on to the others. Hold that for a second and let it dry. Because you can see how close they are. I don't want it to be like that up here all the way around. I want to be able to see the colors in this rose. Okay. And then any extra like glue that you see that's hanging off, just peel off. And that is how you do this and how you do get it attached and add it to your rose. And you can just fold those out however you want to get your rose. This lighting does not give this justice. This is like copper. This looks more brown to me. And then got some pinks, purples, blues. Just beautiful fall colors. Okay, so next what we want to do is we are going to get our green yarn and I like to come up here, make a knot, just to ensure that I know it's not going to just slide off, fall apart. Okay, so just like that. And next we are just going to spin that green yarn just like so, and what you want to do is work it to your preference the way down, and then you want to add your leaf. I'll show you guys how to do that. So just keep doing this until, or if you don't want to add a leaf, you don't have to. It's totally up to you. If you're making a big bouquet, I would not add leaves to all of them because then it just makes it bulky and everything gets twisted. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'm going to back up just a little bit. And I am going to add my leaf. Okay, so I'm going to go right there. I'm going to get my leaf. Put it right there where we did the chain 5 and then the single crochets, just like that. Get my yarn and just wrap it around that again, just like that. And then again, if you don't want to add the leaf, you don't have to. Just do it how you want to do it. Like I said, it is your preference. It's your rose. And it does make your fingers tired doing this. So once you get here at the bottom, what you're going to do is cut your yarn just like that. And what I do is I get my hot glue gun and I just add a little bit of hot glue down here. There we go. Just a little bit, so that way I can wrap this yarn over onto the hot glue. Be careful because it is hot. You don't want to burn yourself. That's why I kind of tap at it for a minute until I know that it's secure enough to be able to touch it. Okay, so next what I like to do to give this its shiny look is I get my lighter or candle, whichever you want to use, and just get all that I wanted to say it again, syringe, all of that stuff off of it, make it look nice and neat. And I don't know if you can tell the difference from here where all that stuff's at to here. It basically like shrink wraps it to the dowel, which I absolutely love. And then once you have that done, you can do it to the leaf too if you want. Again, just be careful not to get too close so that way you don't burn your project. If you do get close, go over it fast, but it's better if you don't get close. And I didn't do it, but if you really wanted to, you could add floral wire to your leaf so that way you can sculpt it how you want to. So like if you wanted it to stay like this, you could do that. Just however you wanted to. All you'd have to do is just get it in and out of through there and you'd be good to go if you want to add it. But that is my flower that I am happy with. Again, all you have to do is curve those out just a little bit, and that is your full bloom rose. So thank you guys for joining me in making the crochet rose. It was a blast. See y'all next time. Bye.